Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's exciting episode of ZTV. This week we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what we've been doing. Last week we played a bunch of classic 80s arcade games. This week we're going to also do kind of a cornucopia of stuff. I installed a bunch of new ROM hacks and patches and translations and stuff, and rather than me test them all out and that not be very fun for myself, we're gonna explore this stuff together. So get ready for another grab bag episode. We're gonna look at some hacks and cracks and translations and stuff. So the first game I want to look at actually is for the Game Gear, and let's see, it's a game called Sylvan Tale. Never heard of it before, but romhacking.net says it's cool, and it's translated, so we're going to look at it and see what it's all about. High on a hill in the outskirts of town, there stood a remarkably large tree. For countless centuries it had kept watch over our town. One day at the top of this giant tree I noticed a mysterious light. Ooh, a shiny thing. As the light flickered and danced, I was filled with a strange sense of foreboding. And with it, an uncontrollable urge to climb the tree. Because that always works out well for Garfield, every time he gets an urge to climb a tree. To climb the tree, it almost seemed as if the light were trying to speak to me. Please come here, hurry to me. That's what happens to Garfield. Uh-oh. Shiny thing. Ooh. Please save them, the children of Sylvalant. Only you can wield the legacy of our land, the seed. Here, quickly take it. Seed. Cool. Alright. So, anyway. Let's see what we got here. I've never played this game before, but usually I try out RPGs and stuff that get translated, because, there's a lot of cool stuff, especially throughout the 8 and 16-bit era that never came out here. The 6 droplets, you must collect the 6 droplets, or Sylvant will surely be lost. They lie hidden in 6 fortresses, scattered about the world. The entrance to the first fortress is marked by a rock ship like a face. Please, I beg of you, gather the droplets. Woo! Okay. Alright, so he gets up. I got a sword. We have... What's all this? I don't know. We do have a map. That's kind of good. What else do we have? These are items that I don't have. And we got a save feature. Alright. Fair enough. This button... Oh, am I like pulling things? He's pulling thin air like he's a mime or something like that. Okay. Here's some slime blobs. RPG rule number 1. The first enemy you face is... Alright. We got an apple. Thrilling. Look, I can make a move on. Okay. This place doesn't look too good. Can I cut this up? No. Maybe you gotta burn it or something. Alright, here's some schmuck. Can I talk to him? I found this old book, but it's all bug-eaten. I can't make out much of it at all. I'll keep at it. There's some cute girl. I wouldn't go near that rock-like face to the west. It's dangerous. Translation: we gotta go to the rock-like face, the face-like rock to the west. It's an RPG after all. That's kind of Zelda-ish. Monsters don't attack kids. They wait till you're older. All my friends grew up and got dragged off. Sucks for them. I get a dangerous rock-like face-like rock. I get it mixed up. It's a rock shaped. Dang nabbit. It's a rock shaped like a face. Why should I care for the sunlight? We're all going to die anyway, just like my older brother. While you're depressing, go away. This town is depressing. How do I get out of here? I can go to the face-shaped rock or wherever. Alright, we're moving on. There's whatever these things are. Here's some kind of an item. I don't know what it was. Alright, we're going in a crappy cave. Killing stuff. Oop, get that. Well. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Okay, this must be the Flame Labyrinth. Alright. This looks pretty good for Game Gear games. Uh-oh. We got an apple. Ah! Oh, crap. Maybe we can use one of those apples. Yep, okay. Just as I suspected, the apple healed us. What a surprise. Watch out, man. When it's open its eye, you can hit it, but it also breathes fire schmunks. And, oh. That's a very powerful artifact. We have to figure out how to get it. How we get it, the heck if I know. Words have been scratched in the dirt. That crest, it's my only hope of advancing. Well, what a shocker, man. Alright, well. Can I save anywhere? Yeah, apparently I can. Okay. Well, that was kind of cool. I mean, you know, for its time. Alright, let's look at what else. What else do we have? Game Boy Advance. I had a couple for Game Boy Advance. Alright, let's look at what we have here. Super Mario Advance. One of these I patched. At least I thought it did. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. One of them I should have been marked as all items. Let's restart. Because now I won't know which one is which. One of them I put all the items in for our future amusement. Like I put a patch on it that will. Well, let's try both. One of them has to work. Game Boy player, reading. Well, friggin' long does it take to read? It's a Game Boy Advance game, for God's sake. Saved data is corrupted. Okay. Uh-oh, what the heck is going on? I don't have a demo card. Okay, well this isn't, that's not the right one. Alright. Okay, this is the one. It even says all items. Alright, let's try this one. This is what I wanted to do. This one even worked right away. Oh, no, wait. Not necessarily. Game Boy player. Reading. Why is it reading? What is it reading? I mean, Super Mario, the GBA version of Super Mario 3 had this, was the proprietary game for something called the E-card reader for Game Boy Advance, which is saved data is corrupted. How can it be saved data if I don't have any? But anyway. And you could scan in cards and it would give you stuff. Like you could get items and unlock new levels and all this crap. And it didn't work. Why it didn't work, I have no idea. But that's lame. We'll have to look at that one in the future. I don't know why it doesn't work. But here's something called Super Duper Sumos. It's not a ROM hack, but now that I'm passing by it, I gotta look at it. Anything with sumos in it. Oops. If you press a button while the game is loading up, that happens. You get to the little title screen, and you can do stuff like pick which emulator you want to use. Like if you have more than one emulator, no save record found. A new save record has been created. Great, because I really want to have a save file for Super Duper, The Incredible World of Deep Midway. Oh boy, handheld games present Super Duper Sumos. Oh dear God, what fresh hell is this going to be? Okay, we got Booma, Mamu, and Kimo. And wow, I don't even. Hey guys, it's a beautiful day out today. We should head out to the forest while it's still nice. I agree. Commuting with nature is most honorable. Yeah! And think about all the food we can bring with us for a picnic. You can't even, like... What are these thugs doing in the forest?
I'm surrounded by morons. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't fire you both. And replace you with stupid monkeys.
Well, actually, Mister, I've got an idea. There's a plot of land in a nearby forest that would be perfect for a foul-smelling chemical factory.
Fine. What about you, Dr. Stinger?
I've been working on an improved dinosaur robot. It could guard the factory against intruders.
Good. Make that our #1.
Wow. This is pretty suspicious. I think I better investigate sumo style. Oh, God. He grew boobs. Yeah, this wouldn't be so bad, but I don't seem to have any, like, attacks other than, like, sumo slapping people. I can't grab them, I can't even do, like, a jumping attack. Okay, I can pick up a rock, I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, it's better than Bebe's kids, but that isn't saying much. That's roughly the equivalent of saying getting hanged is better than getting shot. Alright, I have one more Game Boy hack on Game Boy Advance that I want to check out and see how it looks. Where is Fire Emblem, the Binding Blade? Let's take a look. This is a Fire Emblem game that never came out here, and it's been translated. And I think it's either the prequel or the sequel to the one that came out on Game Boy Advance. Long ago, well, the translation works. Long ago, when the gods were closer to men, a great hero fought to save mankind with divine aid. In his possession was a sword of light, of course. Why not have a sword of light to pierce the darkness? And a sacred emblem of burning light, born of flames. Flames. An emblem that surpasses time and space. And I missed the last part because I was looking at something else. Fire Emblem, the Binding Blade. Looks legit. New game, Dawn of Destiny. When and Dragon once coexisted in harmony, but then crap hit the fan. Men shattered that harmony with a sudden onslaught. What a bunch of douchebags. A great war known as the Scouring was fought for dominion of the land. Losses were tremendous for both sides, and in this war the very laws of nature itself were distorted, bringing chaos and unease. Defeated and humbled, the dragons were defeated by the Iron Sheik. They disappeared from the realm. Mankind then began to rebuild and repopulate their newly won land. After defeating the dragons, the humans of Alib quickly spread their culture and civilization to the farthest reaches of the continent. In the west lies the kingdom of Etruria, which is widely considered to possess the most refined culture in all of Alib. The kingdom of Bern, with its powerful military and logical, pragmatic people, is located on the other side of the continent in the east. These are the two most powerful nations in Alib, with the weaker nations situated in between them. The smaller lands are the Lycian League, whose numerous territories are independently ruled by a number of marquesses that are bound by a vow of allegiance. Ilia, where the people arduously till the frozen soil, many become mercenaries to earn money to survive. And Sakai, where various clans ride through the plain on horseback. Oh, I know Sakai, that's... Lynn got her bow from Sakai. Although there were occasionally ties between these nations, the majority of the people of Alib lived in peace. That peace was not to last. Of course not. Wouldn't have much of a game then. King Zephiel of Bern has commanded his forces to conquer the entirety of Alib. Burns' armies first attacked Sakai and Ilya, ruthlessly massacring all who opposed them. Now Burns mounting a merciless invasion. Firay is a territory of Lycia known for its beauty and honorable lords. Firay's Lord Roy, he's our boy, was in Ostia, Lycia's largest territory when the invasion began. He had been sent to stay to become the next Marquess of the Firay territory. However, the sitting Marquess and Roy's father, Elwood, who has been ill, sent for Roy to return. Alright. Okay, so this is the sequel to... This is the sequel to the Game Boy Advance game, because there's Hector. Hector's a badass. And there's his daughter, Lena, Marquess Ostia's longtime friend and confidant. Upon receiving his father's message, Roy hurries home taking his vassals and boars at night from Ostia, who's responsible for Lena's safety. Alright, and now so begins our story. Everybody get all that? Because I ain't repeating any of it. Unless we die. And that's the case if we're going to have our own problems. Alright, so this translation seems to work great. It's beautiful.
Boss! They're all hidden themselves inside the castle.
Even Elwood, the greatest knight in Lycia, is no match for an Ellis, it seems.
Hee hee hee. You were right when you said there wouldn't be many soldiers. They're all getting ready to defend against Bern.
Of course I was right. I'm always right, you fool. A reinforcement could be here any minute. Alright, you curs, listen up. Kill everyone in the castle while we still got time. Then we can waltz out of here with all the loot.
Hehehe. Castles ain't the only places of loot. Let's go ransack the villages and take everything they got.
Lord Elwood, we're under attack by bandits from Mount Bone.
I understand. Thank you, Myrminus. Blast it. Were I not in this pitiful state, I would take care of them all myself.
Lord Elwood.
Lena, you must hide yourself. This castle's going to become a war zone.
No, my lord, I can fight too.
Don't be absurd. I couldn't face Hector if something happened to you in my own castle.
Oh man, Hector would so whoop your ass.
My father, but...
It's going to be alright. Roy should be here any moment, so we just need to hold our own until then. He'll drive off these dastards. Romanus, send a messenger to Roy to let him know the current situation. We need his help. Yes, my lord.
Well, look at all these jerks. Man, there's a lot of jerks. Ah, but here's our mighty band of mighty men.
Oh, it's Lance. What's the matter?
Why are you in such a hurry? Lord Roy! Bandits have appeared and are attacking the castle as we speak! No! Is the Marquess unharmed?
He's inside defending against the bandits' attack, but I don't know. Oh, God.
Oh, excuse me, Lance. Is Lady Lelena safe?
You must be a knight of Ostia. Lady Lelena is in the castle. She should be alright. She's with Lord Elwood after all, but he can't last forever.
No, I shouldn't have let Lelena go to the castle before me.
Lord Roy, we won't solve anything. We must protect the castle. Walt is right. We must make haste.
Yes, you're right. This is no time to despair. Alright. Here we go. Look at these graphics. Oh, he didn't even hit me. What a bum. Alright, well, I don't feel like playing too much of this. I just wanted to make sure that it worked. So what we can do... Save a state. Hooray for save states. Alright. Spectacular. Worked great. Alright. Moving on. What else do we got? We got a lot of different things that are exciting. Alright, let's move on to NES, because we got some great stuff here. This is Akumajo Densetsu. You'll have a better idea of what it actually is once we actually load it up. It's been hacked and cracked with some special improvements. We would better know this game is Castlevania 3. This is the Japanese version of Castlevania 3 that's been translated. Now look at this. The big improvement that we put on here is that we put a control upgrade on here. So now we can do short jumps. We can turn in the air when jumping. And we can jump on staircases. Or off of staircases. Whee! Jump off a staircase. All stuff you couldn't do in the original. Thus making for a better, smoother play experience. Isn't that lovely? Let's play a first level and see how these improvements hold up. I mean, the idea is that you want the game to still be challenging, but you don't want the challenge to be due to stiff-ass controls. Holy water. Nice. Or is it a firebomb in this game? I forget. Look at that control. You also don't drop straight down after you fall. Okay, watch this. You can drop straight down if you just walk off, but if you keep on walking, you'll drop off, like, naturally. So we're adding more natural physics to the game. That candle that's up there has a money bag in it that's worth a lot of points, but you can only get it on a second playthrough of the game. You have to be using either a la carte or grand. A la carte could fly up there, or grand could Medusa heads. My favorite things ever. Said no one in the history of time. No, I don't want the axe. It's like, there are two candles in a row that had the axe in it. And it's like, now the thing you do got to make sure of is that you actually, if you want to do a full jump like that, you got to actually hit the button all the way. Because like, if I were to like tap it, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do a short jump and I'm going to fall to my death. So you do have to adjust for that. It's not all hibbities and jibbities. Get this guy. It wouldn't be bad to get killed by a flea man. money bags for points. Man, I hate these things. I hope there's another money or another pork chop. Something. After all that, I got killed by a bat. Alright, well anyway, that's a control upgrade for our amusement. I installed some other cracks. Let's try to find them. I don't remember what all of them are. So we're just going to scroll through the list of ROMs that I put on here until we find them. I know there's some Zelda cracks and some other stuff. Okay, this is, okay, so we got Zelda... Simon, I want to try this and see if it actually works. Now this is an improved version of Simon's Quest. First, you should buy a white crystal. Everything begins from there. Okay, so they actually improved the translation of the game, which is cool. Now that guy tells me to buy a white crystal, but actually no, we buy the holy water first. I sell holy water. Buy and you will not regret it. We're gonna play through to the first first dungeon because that's what I really want to see. These things are really, really annoying if they get to jump on you. Just wait for nightfall to hit. Now watch this, you're gonna see something cool about this get that. In just a few seconds here, I think. Yep, look at that. Just transitions right in the night. No. What the whole night do I have a curse? Crap, you just go boom. Alright, it's nighttime. Alright, now we gotta kill some zombies. Hopefully I get better drop rates this time than the last time I was playing this. Getting pretty good drop rates here. Whip some zombies, get some hearts. I'm hoping I can get 150 hearts, because then I can buy the Thorn Whip and the White Pistol. Normally I would skip the Thorn Whip and just buy the Chain Whip. But for our purposes, we just want to be able to get into the first mansion. And the thorn whip will suffice for that. We got a heal, that's good. It's gonna be close. Come on, drop some hearts. Thank you. Good, good. One more. Ah, I'm too short. That's okay. I can go into the forest and just pick up another one. I gotta go in and out to get this guy to show up. Would you buy a white crystal? Yes. I just need two more, so one of these guys will go. At least I hope. Will one of you jerks please drop a heart? Seriously, drop a heart. I need one friggin' heart drop. Wow. Thank you. Jeez. Last thing I need is for it to change to nightfall again, and then I gotta sit and fight zombies in town for another 5 minutes. Alright. I am selling this thorn whip. Will you buy it? Yeah, sure. It's longer and stronger. Now, an interesting thing about this version is that actually if I wanted to go back to using the leather whip, like if I'm a masochist or something like that, you can do that. That's cool. Alright, so we're going to go to the first mansion and see if this patch is doing what it's advertised to do. The neat thing about the holy water is that it hits stuff that's you can drop it on stuff that's beneath you. Last time I was playing this, which was not too long after I got this thing, the RetroPie, I died twice here, so I'm trying to be very cautious. It was very embarrassing, even though nobody was watching. You know, just the fact that I died twice in an early part of the game like that was embarrassing. Okay. So the town is to the bottom of us where we can get the chain whip. Okay, it's nighttime. It's okay. Alright, here's the mansion. Alright. Everything looks normal so far. That's a tricky jump to me. You gotta be. This game teaches you the meaning of jumping. You know, there's always a phrase of like walking up to the end of the platform until you can jump off of your toenails. Well, this game teaches you that. Oh yeah, you can also press select with this ROM hack, and there'll be like a map of the world that you can look at. Kind of get a better idea. See, the Thorn Whip is perfectly legitimate for this level. Now it's coming up on what I want to actually see. Aha! See? There. Alright, look, wait, let me get this here. And then... Okay. A symbol of Dracula will appear when you strike with a stake made of oak. It retranslates the clues to make so that they make sense. Wait a minute, it went away. Well, it sort of worked. Okay, well, if you noticed a minute ago, those blocks actually, because these are the trick blocks, and what this patch is supposed to do, and it did it at first, but then it went away. Let me go back out of the room and then come back in. There, see, they're not there. If I go off the screen, I don't know, that was kind of weird. Like, I went off the screen and then they were back again. But the idea of the patch is that the trick blocks, instead of having like trick blocks that you have to detect with the holy water, it just gets rid of them. Which is great because, you know, if you don't memorize where the trick blocks are, you're basically just wasting endless amounts of time throwing holy water all over the place to try to figure out where the trick blocks are that you'll just fall through that will royally screw you up. So that was the other, you know, this is a major like translation patch, retranslation and improvement patch, and then there was a second patch I put in that's just more like a minor improvement of getting rid of the trick blocks. So anyway, we do need the oak stake. Would you like to invest in an oak stake? Yes. There's a clue. The road to Brahm's mansion will be heralded by dispelling the curse of the river. Okay, so that actually tells you that there's some kind of a curse of the river that you have to figure out how to detect. And some of there's another clue book. Ah, I died. Whoops. That was dumb. Well, I had 2 hit points left, so I've done dumber things. I think it's the third clue. Yeah. Even today, the sacred flame rests in a realm hidden from sunlight. Sounds legit. Now see, there was, this is where there was a trick, in the original, this is where there was a trick block that you fall through. And if you did that, you would have to go all the way back around the castle and do all that crap over again. And you'd be really mad if that happened. You now possess Dracula's rib. Not possess. Oh, and you can reread these? Do something with them? Oh, okay, yeah, we can reread those. Okay, that's cool. See, that's another upgrade that this fan made upgrade has. Just kind of makes the game overall. And then that happened. See, and then I came back, and then the trick block was still there, and now I died and it's gone again. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Delightful! Alright. I got 50 hearts, so I'm gonna grab another oak steak. I always especially in this early level, I always go back and I grab another oak steak if I have 50 hearts, because that way I know that I'll have it for the next mansion. Would you like to invest in an oak steak? Alright. Now we'll get ourselves killed. We're dead. Save game! Ooh. And there we go, we saved the game. So that was those were upgrades to Simon's Quest that make it more enjoyable. Alright, so let's see. Then we've got Cheetah Men 2. There's nothing that can make that game more enjoyable. Except maybe, I don't know, throwing it off a cliff. Along with anybody responsible for making it. That's the only way I can think of to make that game more enjoyable. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's Donkey Kong Pauline edition. There's actually a patch that upgraded the NES version of Donkey Kong to the full version that had the Pie Factory level, which was missing in the original NES game. And then somebody added a patch onto that, where we play as Pauline and we have to save Mario. Why Donkey Kong would kidnap Mario, I don't even want to begin to. I don't even want to. Ah! Whoa, crap. Get the hammer. Yeah, Pauline's got a hammer. By the way, Nintendo, if you're watching this, I want a Pauline amiibo, damn it. After her appearance in Mario Odyssey, I want a frickin' Pauline amiibo. That needs to happen. Okay, so here's the missing Pie Factory level. I don't know why, but I'm always obsessed with, any Donkey Kong version I play because there's so many that are incomplete. In last week's episode, we tried all these different versions of the arcade version. Please don't go. Ah! That sucked. Alright, but anyway, that was nifty. What else have we got? We got a lot of cool stuff here. I mean, I really I'm a big fan of ROM hacks because they're kind of a thing of beauty if they're done well. I mean, for every good one, there's 50 crappy ones. Okay, this one didn't work right. This one I'm gonna delete. And I don't really have much time to spend with Final Fantasy. This is a couple of total remakes of Final Fantasy. Let me just see this one once. Maybe that's why I can't scrape this game correctly, because it's not even written right. Let's just try. It's called Getsu Fu Ma Den. Then we hit OK. So at least now we sort of know what it is. See if we can scrape it. input it. Getsu. Search. I don't know why, I just can't find this game. Anyway. I don't want to play it anyway. It's brutally, brutally hard and painful. Here's Holy Diver and Home Alone. Home Alone is special. Oh, man. There was another one. What the heck was it called? I think it was called Sweet Home. That I want to look at someday. Along with this King Kong game, this is pretty cool. And Layla, that's one I want to take a look at someday. This is all stuff you'll get to see someday, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want to show you this one. This is called Metroid Rogue Dawn. This is really cool. It's a complete overhaul of Metro. It's a completely new game, basically, using that somebody spliced together. Instead of playing as Samus, you play as her evil twin sister clone or something named Dawn, which is why it's called Rogue Dawn. It's a fan-made prequel to the original game where we're trying to steal the original Metroid sample. And we got an auto map, which is kind of neat. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm impressed by. Like, if somebody makes a whole new adventure. Like, the problem with ROM hacks themselves, those, they're very inconsistent. Like, I mean, somebody will do a hack. You know, to find like to find something like this or like a Zelda Outlands or something, you know, that's quality, you gotta sift through a bunch of stuff where like they replace Link with Bong Man or something, and they call it the Adventure of Bong Man, or I don't know. I'm making something up, but okay. So we got a missile upgrade. That's cool. I actually knew that was there, but I wanted to go back for it because I actually like died. Because there doesn't seem to really be anything else I can find here. Because although I have the morph ball, I don't have bombs or anything yet that I can really use to advance. This hack actually inspired me to go on there and look for other potentially cool ROM hacks. To show everybody. So this ROM hack is basically inspired this episode that we're doing today. Ugh. Oh, I remember what happened when I went this way. I freaking died. You know, like you'll find a Mario hack that replaces Mario with Bong Man, and then or like makes the game stupidly hard, and it's like, what's the, I don't know. Some people. Oh, see, I can't even get up there. There's something up there though. I can't tell what it is. Oh, it's a missile upgrade. Okay. Yeah. That's only moderately exciting. All right, let's go in. Let's go ahead. Okay. Okay, apparently I can't even go in here because I don't have. I'm assuming I need bombs. So I went all that way and I can't even go again. Well, anyway, let's just get myself killed because I don't want to spend too much time. Well, no, let's explore a little bit more. That thing is very dangerous. I may get killed anyway, you know, not even trying to. I also found a ROM hack called Dragon's Lair Totally Playable, which supposedly like improves the controls and all this stuff for NES Dragon's Lair. When I patched it and I tried playing it, like I hit start and the game just froze up, which, you know, I mean, honestly, that made the game a lot more playable than it was in its original form. So, you know, truth in advertising, it made the game more playable by not letting me play it at all. There we go, we died. Get the Metroid specimen. Alright. So that was really cool. I dug that. Let's keep going and find some other stuff. Yeah, Nintendo World Championships is cool, but the problem with it is you have to press start on button 2 to start it. And I've always been too lazy to edit my controls so that it like actually works, so that I could play it. Exterminator. Good God, that game is awful. Punch-Out ROM hacks I covered way back in the day. Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. God, that game sucks. Here's one called Rockman 4 Midas Infinity. It's supposed to be really cool, but I haven't really tested it to see what's really cool about it. I just tested it to make sure that it worked. Sometimes that's as good as you can do. It's like, okay, it works. Move on. Stanley the Search. Oh, dear God, that game's horrible. Alright, here's Super Mario Brothers 2 Second Run. Basically, it's an all new. I mean, it looks familiar, but an all-new version of Super Mario 2, which, yeah, if you're not careful, you fall off to your death. All right. Oh man, I'm hypnotized already. Alright, there's a potion. Alright, I'm gonna try. I don't know where the. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't find this last time. The general rule of thumb is that the mushrooms tend to be where there's a lot of grass. So I'm just gonna try to beat the first level here. Get myself killed in the process. It's always fun. That was very helpful. Now I like ROM hacks that like are new versions of the original game. I'm gonna get up there if it's the last thing I do. There's gotta be something good up there, right? There we go. Okay, there wasn't anything. There wasn't anything good up there. Oh, we got like have a bomb. Alright, jump. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be here. There is a fair amount of grass here. Nope, nothing. We could go looking for the mushroom. I mean, normally when I play Mario 2, I would take Luigi, but I just wanted to. I have a feeling that the mushroom is up here. But it would have been easier for me to get up here if I had taken Luigi. Now you people wonder why I always take Luigi. Yeah, I knew it. I figured it was up here. You guys always laugh at me like, oh yeah, that Z-Force guy, he always takes Luigi. What an idiot. Luigi sucks, man. But look at all the aggravation I had to go through to get up there with Mario when I could have just Power Squad jumped up there once with Luigi. Yeah, let's put a bomb there. Sounds legit. That's another jump that would have been a lot less stressful if I had been playing as Luigi or the princess. Peach would have been good too. Alright, we made it to the boss at least. And it's just a plain old burrow. You know, I'm surprised that they didn't just like throw like a mouser in there or something, you know, just to be like, ho 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 ho, you thought you were just gonna fight a crappy birdo, well, ha ha ha, sucker. Gonna get nothing like it. All right, so you know, again, I don't want to spend too much time with any one of these particular ones, but I wanted you to see it. Here's Super Pitfall 30th anniversary. Like somebody out there actually wanted to celebrate the fact that Super Pitfall was 30 years old and make an enhanced, in quotes, version of it. We're not going to look at it. Okay, this was again, I was thinking of Sweet Home. This I want to try out sometime. Not today because it's an RPG and it would take a long time to do anything with. Alright, now we know Legend of Zelda Outlands. I think I skipped the one I wanted to play. Legend of Zelda Outlands, that's a good hack. That's what kind of got me into ROM hacking to begin with. You know, because I think some of these are under I think, like, on my list of games, like, that I have here, some of them are listed under Legend of Zelda, and some of them are under The Legend of Zelda. Now, here's Zelda Legend of Link. I don't really like this one. It's like, from a I'm not going to play it, because I've actually done some stuff with it. From a technical standpoint, it's very cool, but it introduces some mechanics that I really disliked. Like, mostly the fact that you can fall into pits and die, and, like, you could barely get close to the pit and you'd fall into it and lose a heart, and, you know, when you're in the first level, that's no good, Kimosabi. Here it was. Okay, actually, there's two here that I want to show you. This is Legend of Zelda. It was just called Legend of Zelda Modern Classic Edition was the name of the patch. But check this out. It basically just overhauls the graphics of the original game. And I think that looks pretty cool. I may do a full playthrough of this hack someday. Just for a future episode. Just to kind of and it doesn't do anything else. It just makes it look pretty. Can I get that? Can I get that? Yes. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I hit the wrong button. Let's just do this. I just want to play. I want to see what a dungeon looks like. So let's just play for the first dungeon. Also, look at that cool map on the bottom there. That's kind of neat. This is my turbo wave button. I just want to see what the dungeon looks like. gotta use the glitch. Go out. Go back in again. And we open the door. Look at these cool graphics. Ooh, the key's got the Zelda 2 graphics. So yeah, like, you know, I mean, the fact that somebody went and just redid the whole graphics, to me, is cool. This is the kind of stuff that impresses me. Putting Bong Man instead of Mario, you know, replacing Mario with Bong Man, and, you know, making a version of the game that's like ultra hard does not impress me. I have to do this the hard way because I ain't getting any bombs. I gotta waste a key. I don't even remember what's over this way because I never go this way. I always drop a bomb in the room above the over. Look at these. You can barely see these guys. I got no bombs. I'm gonna die because I got no bombs. Got a key. So look at these guys. They look like, I don't know what they look like. They look like pigmen. They probably replaced the sprites with like the ones in the Game Boy Color game or something. They look kind of cool. Like I said, I think I'm gonna die to a bat. A good ROM hack to me is a really cool thing. The problem is just sifting through all the worthless ones to get to the one that's good. All right, well, we got the bow. And I died to a trap. Okay, so that was very cool. Now I got another ROM hack of Legend of Zelda. This one's called The Awakening of Onyx. And this is actually a totally new game. Also has some improved graphics, but it doesn't... Okay, so I don't know where it'll go, because like I said, it's a totally new game. And then I have a sword. The first old man you run into, instead of a sword, gives you the boomerang. For all the good that does. I mean, we can do that. Let's go in here. What's in here? A sword. Get what you want. I can't get anything I want because I don't have any money. I have 15 rupees. Okay, actually, I went in that guy. That guy gave me some money. I have no idea. I don't know where to go.
So that was cool. All right, we got a few others here, for a few other platforms. I don't remember what they are. Look at all these great PlayStation games, though. I don't remember which ones I've got. Oh yeah, this is the last one I was going to do. This is for the Wonder Swan. This is a fantastic, never-ending dicing night. Lindworm, free floor. Continue. Alright, so I have no idea how this game works. Maybe there's a fact. No, there's no fact. So yes. What's going on? This is pretty crazy. It's kind of a roguelike dungeon. Can I pick any of this stuff up? Okay, we got heal potion. Okay, so get drill, arm. This is crazy, man. Get invincible. I don't know what I don't know what's going on. Oh, that was the drill arm. Get dice for C. This guy saw me. Let's kill him. Every time I hit a guy, dice show up. So yeah, I don't understand this game at all. But it's on the Wonder Swan, so you know it's good. Got a little bit of time left. Let's throw some kind of a bonus in. Yeah, let's do a roll. Let's play a little WrestleFest to finish things up. WrestleFest is always good for entertainment. Let's see, last time I did this as a $1 billion man, let's be, let's be the warrior. Alright, look at this WrestleFest action. This is one of those games we can always just...
Yeah, we threw somebody out. Now we have a pile driver, look at the warrior go. There's the prize. Whoa! Oh, that sucked. I got thrown out. Lame. Alright, let's try something else. Let's be boss man this time. Be boss man. Here's boss man. Give him noogies. Yeah. I just like the little expression. There goes the animal. I know Mr. Perfect can't throw me out. Oh! I'm gonna get you home. Look at home. Anyway, I got somebody else. Oh man, you stop. I try to get all the pins. That's one of the things I try to do when I play this, is I try to get all the pins. Or all the eliminations. Not as easy to do as you would think. Alright, Hope, while you're sitting there posing, I'm gonna give up, well, I hope Jake kicks out, or we're gonna, yeah, he kicked out, alright, but we got Mr. Perfect with the big splash. And he's eliminated. Okay, I think I just wasn't. Oh, there's the DDT. All right, we'll stick. We're not gonna get rid of him. Yeah, nobody kicks out. The DDT. If in this game, if you hit the DDT and you go for a pin immediately afterward, it's the only move in the game that's a guaranteed 3 count. Oh, we got the Boss Man Slam. That's why I consider Jake. Jake is actually, in my opinion, the best character in this game because of that. If you hit the DDT and you immediately go for a pin, the computer will not. You could not kick out of it. That's the only move in the game that's like that. Uh-oh, Hulk's gonna give me a plastic hip shuffle. Oh no! He's gonna give me another one. Oh no! I only give myself one. And then Earthquake threw me out. Man. Alright, we'll make one more try. This time I'll be, Alright, I'm gonna challenge myself and be Mr. Perfect. Now, as much as I love Mr. Perfect, he's actually, in my opinion, at least for fighting in the Royal Rumble, Mr. Perfect is actually one of the worst guys in the game because he does not have a body slam in his moveset to get early eliminations. And also his finishing move comes out way too early so that you very seldom actually pin anybody with it. It's not like Jake the Snake where if I hit the DDT, it's lights out. But the Perfect Plex comes out way too early. So But he does have this cool back suplex. Very nicely animated. There's the perfect plex. But, I mean, I got a one count out of it. Because it comes out way too early. Which is kind of lame when you consider it because, you know, in the glory days of wrestling, nobody kicked out of the if somebody kicked out of the perfect plex, that was a huge deal. But in this, everybody freaking kicks out of the perfect plex. I barely got a 2 count off of it. So really, when I play as him, I got to hit and run. It's very hard for me to win with him on two credits. I kicked out. Well, then again, I'm not the computer. Oh man, everybody pile up on me. Well, I already used up my credit. It actually does extra damage if you double pin a guy like that. Was that my pin or his? I think I. Hawk is killing everybody. Oh man, I put him out of a sleeper. That doesn't happen very often. He just had like no health left. There goes Hulk. And we're eliminated. Yeah. I didn't even get enough eliminations to get on the board. That's lame. Alright, well, we took a look at some exciting hacks and cracks this week, so I hope you enjoyed that. Tune in next time for more great gaming action.